Hey, hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this case is once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One. Ready.
On 3rd down, Mariota. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LeSean McCoy. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LeSean McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season, and the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is, but I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Wilson on second down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mariota on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Elliott. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing, Mariota. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. Take it deep.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got Lockett. And it's a fumble. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And finding the tight end, Wilson. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. as we step aside here in this second quarter. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for. Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down. They go play action now. Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker. But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty. And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty. Now Wilson on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jurrell Casey able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On second down, Wilson. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it third down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Go play time, guys. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side completes a QT. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. On second down, here's Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson gets it to Benjamin. It's caught, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. LaShawn McCoy as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. So we've come upon halftime here and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. A give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check. Keep it rolling,
Mariota now on 2nd down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Mariota steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st. A 1st down throw for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Ravens have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other, two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster, both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now it's Wilson. And it's caught by Parker. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And some room to maneuver. 31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, first and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the I. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had it
under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Now Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Stills the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And over the middle, this is Parker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're back now in KC. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the I. Now McCoy. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down, Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyler Lockett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man is QT, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
14.
They go play action now. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Miller with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point try by Bailey. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execute. And he's into the clear. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call a straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.